Well, the Raiders, an inconsistent but dangerous side, but a side forecast to have plenty of money to spend to bolster their stocks for 2026 and beyond. Here are 5 options that they could target from November 1. Well, the Raiders are always a fascinating watch. Inconsistent side that can be very dangerous on their day in terms of recruitment. Are there challenges associated with drawing players to the nation's capital? They've generally been able to hold their own in that space, and this will be fascinating. They've got a bit of coin to spend. They've got a few targets in mind, but the order for the day for them is to bridge that gap between their best and their worst. Who are the players that can help them do that? Room on the squad and room with the checkbook as well. We'll take a look at our top 5 options for the Canberra Raiders. Option 1, Dylan Brown. Well, we did mention that the opportunity to spend a bit of money for the Raiders, and that 5/8 role is one of those. It would give them some experience alongside Ethan Sanders. And whilst Brown did sign a pretty long-term deal with Parramatta, it is absolutely littered with options and triggers and potential wriggle room for him to move through that. So he does seem one target that would be logical for them. It would also give them a little bit of freedom in how they use some of their other players around about that role. So the versatility and the experience, I think, makes him a clear option. Option 2, James Tedesco. Well, the Raiders have got plenty of options in terms of young depth in their fullback ranks, but do they scream premiership winner in the manner that Tedesco does? He's keen to extend his contract beyond 2025. You would sense that maybe there is a chance that his time with the Roosters does come to an end, and in terms of bringing across that necessary class, match-winning and big game capabilities, it is an option that they could certainly explore, maybe to see Tedesco through to the finish line on his journey. But why not aim high? And they don't get much better than that. Option 3, Ronaldo Mulitalo. Well, he'll walk into their starting 17 if he does make the move, and Canberra have got some depth options, but they'll certainly be looking to recruit on the wings, and he would be a valuable addition to their squads. Obviously, Stone Street coming in at his current club has stretched things a little bit and would therefore open the door potentially for a move. So it does feel a gettable one if they ask the question at the right time and at the right price, and I think he'd instantly make them better. Option 4, Reece Robson. One of the bigger holes on the Raiders for 2026 and beyond is dummy halves. There are a few better options on the market than Reece. So if they are to list priority areas going down in terms of what they're trying to do, this role would be one that would be pretty high up on their list. So that would be one of the first questions I would ask, and he seems a logical option and a logical target for their club. Option 5, Ryan Papenhuyzen. For all of the reasons mentioned earlier with James Tedesco, the opportunity to lure a match-winning, premiership-winning superstar in that fullback role, Ryan Papenhuyzen is one of those guys that they could go after. You might as well aim for the 2 biggest fish in that role, particularly if you sense somewhere in the wind that they might be gettable. So we know what he brings to the table. He's dynamic, he's explosive, powerful, and has produced some significant moments for the Melbourne Storm on the biggest stage. The only issue really that's hurt him has been his body, but if he gets that right, then he is an absolute superstar, and why not aim to bring that player across to your club if you feel there is a chance it can be done. Well, the Canberra Raiders are going to be fascinating, one of the most intriguing watches. They're going to probably throw the net the widest, potentially, of all of the sides, and it doesn't feel like they're a million miles away from producing some degree of success, and maybe just a couple of these pieces can help them do that. So jump into our comments, see if you feel any of those deals are gettable, and if there are any others that we have perhaps missed. Like and subscribe, and jump onto zerotackle.com for all of the latest NRL news.